All right, let's do top down on GJ right now. I'm not supposed to get rid of everything. It's cool. All right, so we understand. Let's put our nice little support level on the weekly, and then we have this level of resistance that we're not at yet. I don't think that there's any current weekly levels that it's like close to right here. I could put this, but it wouldn't really make that much sense unless I was on the daily time frame. And so yeah, if I go like this, point A to point B, it's looking like, you know, it wants to come down here. 7. And the thing is, the only thing we would have to see in order for us to be taking sells is, okay, this is a daily setup. We'd want to see this switch back on the 4-hour damn. And you actually do see it. Right, so you see price made this support right here. Remind me, this is a 4-hour. Broke that level, confirmed by these 2 candles. Right, so it could definitely be continuing finally to this negative 27% level. What would be in 6 hours? Okay, so if price were to do any sort of pullback, which it would not owe anybody, it already did. It's looking like. So this is, because I'm going to talk about the other trade that I could potentially see. All right. So you have either option A, which would be, you know, it would make the most sense. It would make the most sense, like straight up. It came to the 38.2 zone, so that is a valid PRZ level. So it's definitely justified to continue bearish. 38.2. So that's daily 4-hour structure. That's pretty much the only thing one would need to see in order to enter in for those sells right there. Hold on, how do you? Oh, yeah. Pause. Okay, we're back. So yeah, using structure on the 4-hour, you know, and the daily, looking at the lower highs and the lower lows. This is the sell opportunity that one would want to get into if you missed it here. Didn't realize that until I started saying it out loud though. That's why I had to pause and be like, let me take a trade. Look, I mean, I guess you could say it still didn't come all the way up, but you know, that's being really, really picky. And it's just like, again, you have to prioritize price action. So yeah, and in this case, this weekly level, oh no. Because originally I was like, oh yeah, you know, you have this level right here and then a nice break, but it's like, okay, but on the 4 hour and the daily, I understand that we have hella bearish momentum. And it's really just the fact that we have 4 hour support created, and then we have it broke and confirmed to be broken by these candles. That's just like, okay, well, I don't even want to be in buys right now, because then I would have to wait for the 4 hour to flip back bullish, and that already takes a lot of strength. So yeah, I thought I was gonna come on here talking about some buys, but she's not happening. She doesn't seem to be happening at the moment. So that's cool. With gold, I'm still in my buys. It's funny because yesterday, I think on my chart, I had like, so I put from point A to point B, and then right with the 61.8, you see how I have it like in green, right? Because I realized that price really, really, really loves these areas. And so I put a buy limit, but then I took it off because I was like, I don't do buy limits. Let me go ahead and just continue to trade the way I trade. But it's like, that would have been a perfect entry. And my stop would have been, stop was like here, honestly, because I saw how price behaved when it had all of this happen, and then it spiked bearish and took me out. And I was like, I don't want that to happen again. But I also think that, let's see if I could do that same sorcery. I don't think so though. Well, we don't know. Hopefully it doesn't like do anything crazy. But so far it's going well. Realize how it's also respecting this bearish, this bullish trend line right here. The dollar is behaving accordingly, right? We're still maintaining these lower highs on the dollar, which is why I do have a bearish bias. Let's see, if I was wrong about that, it would just be because point A, point B, 38.2. Point A, point B did come to 38.2, but for the moment, you know, again, we have this little support level. We broke it, so now it's like, you know, it just looks like there's a little bit more bearish moves that could come in the moment. For UCAD, and this is what made me say for GJ, because I know they're inversely correlated, right? So on the daily, I understand that. On the daily on UCAD, the structure that you need to use for trading UCAD, the only way that has ever made sense to me is the daily, because it just, the movements be so big that if I try to take that same mindset and go to GJ, sometimes I can get messed up. But you see point A to point B, it actually did come to a 38.2. Why would you do that? Why would you be evil like that? Point A to point B, right? 38.2. Look how the daily candle closed right on that level. And again, the only thing I would want to be looking for is if I'm doing structure on the daily, on the 4 hour, I want to make sure I see that break of resistance on the 4 hour. And we actually had it. So I'm not going to take any chances and be like, oh no, it's just doing that to make a retracement. I'm going to make a conscious choice to continue with the bigger time frames, because that's what grown people do. So if you were to trade UCAD, the idea would probably be something like this. If not this, then it's probably gonna do a simple point A to point B. This move would probably be more like just to continue probably to here, to then continue back bearish, right? So I think that would be the safe move. But if price really does decide that it doesn't want to make another lower low, then yeah, I do expect it to maintain these highs. And if GJ is going to succumb to more bullish bias, it would be, in my opinion, because of this little 1 hour break. But again, on the 4 hour, it was tested, and on the 4 hour and the daily, we understand that we are bearish. So again, to go against it would just be not the highest probability thing to do, right? And GU still living its best life. The last lower high, lower low, point from B, right? And then it came up point C, point A. And then we go to the last lower low, point B, came out to point C. Right, so this is the last lower high entry. Price broke this level, you could enter right here. But yeah,